Welcome to America's Got Talent. What's your name?
I'm Kodi.
Hi, Kodi.
I'm Kodi D.
In 2019, a young man walked onto the America's Got Talent stage and delivered a performance so powerful that it shattered the internet, racking up over 300 million views and becoming the most watched golden buzzer moment in the show's entire history. What happened to Kodi Lee after he claimed that $1 million prize and captured the hearts of the world? The answer will absolutely blow your mind. When Kodi Lee stepped onto that iconic act stage alongside his mother Tina on May 28, 2019, nobody could have predicted the tidal wave of emotion that was about to sweep through the Dolby Theater. This wasn't just another talented singer hoping for his big break. This was a 22-year-old musical prodigy from Lake Elsinore, California, who happened to be legally blind and autistic, about to prove to the world that limitations only exist in the minds of those who believe in them. With his mother by his side and a grand piano waiting center stage, Kodi was ready to share a gift so extraordinary that it would leave 4 celebrity judges absolutely speechless and an entire nation in tears. Join us as we tell you what really happened to Kodi Lee from America's Got Talent. The atmosphere in the theater that evening carried an electric anticipation that nobody could quite explain. Kodi, dressed sharply and guided by his devoted mother Tina, made his way to the microphone where host Terry Crews greeted him warmly. Simon Cowell, known for his brutally honest critiques and skeptical demeanor, leaned forward in his judge's chair with curiosity. When Simon asked Kodi what he would be doing, the young man's response was simple and confident. He was going to sing a song on the piano. But before those first notes could ring out, Tina stepped forward to share their story, and suddenly the entire room understood they were about to witness something truly remarkable. Tina explained that Kodi was born with optic nerve hypoplasia, a condition that left him legally blind. He was also diagnosed with autism at an early age, and if that weren't enough, he battled Addison's disease as well. But then Tina shared the moment that changed everything in their lives. When Kodi was just a toddler, barely 2 years old, she played music for him, and his eyes went huge. He started singing, and in that instant, she realized with overwhelming clarity that her son was an entertainer. Through music and performing, Kodi found a way to withstand living in this world because when you're autistic, she explained, it's really hard to do what everybody else does. Music didn't just enrich Kodi's life, it saved it. The judges exchanged glances filled with empathy and anticipation. Gabrielle Union, herself a new mother at the time, visibly softened as she listened to Tina's words. Howie Mandel and Julianne Hough sat motionless, their full attention fixed on the young man at the piano. Even Simon Cowell, whose poker face had intimidated countless contestants over the years, appeared genuinely moved by what he was hearing. Nobody in that theater knew what to expect, but they all sensed something magical was about to unfold. Then Kodi's fingers touched the keys. The opening notes of Leon Russell's A Song for You floated through the air like a prayer, delicate and haunting. For a moment, time seemed to stand still, and then he began to sing. That voice, that impossibly rich, soulful, emotionally devastating voice poured out of him like liquid gold. Within seconds, the entire audience was transfixed, hanging on every note, every phrase, every breathtaking run that showcased not just technical perfection, but a depth of feeling that simply shouldn't be possible from someone so young. This wasn't just singing. This was pure, unfiltered emotion transformed into sound. The camera panned to the judges, capturing the exact moment their composure shattered. Tears streamed down Gabrielle Union's face as she pressed her hands to her chest. Julianne Hough's mouth hung open in disbelief, her eyes glistening with moisture. Howie Mandel sat frozen, utterly mesmerized by what he was witnessing. And Simon Cowell, the man who had seen it all, who prided himself on never being impressed, stared at Kodi with an expression of pure wonder etched across his face. Backstage, Tina watched her son through tear-blurred vision, her hand covering her mouth as she witnessed all those hours of practice, all those years of struggle and determination, culminating in this one perfect, transcendent moment. As the final note hung in the air, the Dolby Theater erupted. Every single person in the audience leaped to their feet in thunderous applause that seemed to shake the very foundations of the building. All 4 judges stood immediately, their ovation genuine and unreserved. Gabrielle Union was openly weeping, Simon Cowell shook his head in amazement, and when he finally spoke, his words carried the weight of absolute conviction. "What just happened there was really extraordinary," Simon declared, his voice thick with emotion. He looked directly at Kodi and said something he'd said to very few contestants in his decades-long career. "I'm going to remember this moment for the rest of my life." But it was Gabrielle Union who was about to give Kodi the surprise of his life. Fighting through her tears, she spoke about being a new mother and wanting to give her child the moon, the stars, and the rainbows. "Tonight," she told Kodi, "I'm going to give you something special." Her hand slammed down on the golden buzzer, and instantly, the stage exploded in a shower of golden confetti. The crowd went absolutely wild as Gabrielle rushed from the judges' table to embrace both Kodi and Tina on stage. And then something happened that Tina had never seen in all her years with her son. For the first time in his life, Kodi cried tears of joy. The photograph of mother and son embracing in that golden rain would become one of the most iconic images in AGT history. Within hours, Kodi's audition had gone viral. Within days, it had been viewed tens of millions of times. Within weeks, that number climbed past 300 million views across all platforms combined, making it the most watched audition in America's Got Talent history. Social media exploded with reactions from people all over the world who were touched by Kodi's incredible gift and inspired by his remarkable journey. Parents of autistic children reached out to Tina, thanking her for showing them what was possible. Musicians and celebrities shared the video, expressing their awe at this young man's extraordinary talent. The world had discovered Kodi Lee, and nothing would ever be the same. But as anyone who follows talent competitions knows, getting to the live shows is just the beginning. The real test comes when the pressure intensifies, when the stakes get higher, and when you have to prove week after week that your magic wasn't just a one-time fluke. For Kodi, the challenge was about to become very real. He had captured hearts with his audition, but could he maintain that momentum all the way to the finals? And more importantly, could he handle the intense scrutiny that comes with being thrust into the global spotlight? Some viewers, skeptical by nature, questioned whether someone with Kodi's challenges could truly be as talented as he appeared. Others wondered if the emotional response to his audition would translate into votes when the competition heated up. These doubts swirled in the background as Kodi prepared for his quarterfinal performance. Kodi, however, wasn't focused on the doubters. With his mother's unwavering support and his own fierce determination, he set about preparing for his next appearance. He chose Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water, a song that would require every ounce of his vocal and emotional range. The stakes couldn't have been higher. This performance would determine whether he advanced to the semifinals or went home with just a beautiful memory. When he took that stage again, dressed impeccably and radiating confidence, Kodi proved beyond any shadow of doubt that his audition was no accident. He delivered a spine-tingling rendition that left the audience in tears once again, his voice soaring through those impossible high notes with a purity that seemed almost otherworldly. The standing ovation was instantaneous, and the judges fell over themselves with praise. He sailed through to the semifinals. It was during the semifinals that Kodi performed You Are the Reason by Callum Scott, and once again, he didn't just sing the song, he transformed it into something transcendent. By this point, social media was buzzing with predictions that Kodi Lee would win the entire season. Hashtag supporting him trended on Twitter. Instagram was flooded with fan art and messages of encouragement. YouTube comment sections overflowed with people declaring that no other contestant stood a chance. The momentum building behind Kodi was unlike anything AGT had seen in years. When the results were announced, Kodi was named one of the 10 finalists advancing to the final round. The path to the championship was wide open. Then came finale week, and Kodi Lee delivered what many critics and fans alike would call one of the most beautiful performances in America's Got Talent history. He chose Freya Riding's hauntingly emotional ballad Lost Without You, and from the moment his fingers touched those piano keys, everyone in the Dolby Theater knew they were witnessing something special. Kodi sat at that perfectly tuned Steinway piano wearing his signature red tennis shoes, and he poured every ounce of his heart and soul into the performance. As he sang the devastating lyrics about standing on a platform, watching someone go, about loving someone so much and having no control, The raw vulnerability in his voice cut through every defense in the room. The camera captured audience members openly weeping, their hands clutched to their chests as they absorbed the emotional weight of Kodi's performance. Backstage, Tina watched through her own tears, thinking of all the rehearsal hours and all the challenges her son had overcome to reach this moment. And when Kodi reached the chorus, belting out those powerful lines about being lost and crushed without someone, about being strong for so long that he never realized how much he needed them, there wasn't a dry eye anywhere in the theater. The performance was flawless, transcendent, absolutely devastating in the best possible way. When the final note faded into silence, the audience exploded to their feet in what might have been the most enthusiastic standing ovation of the entire season. All four judges stood immediately, their faces reflecting pure amazement and emotional exhaustion. Gabrielle Union was the first to speak, and her voice trembled with emotion as she told Kodi that he had changed the world, that he changed every room he entered, and that the whole world would be lost if they had not found Kodi Lee. Howie Mandel jumped in with two simple words: heck yeah. He predicted that season 14 was the season of Kodi Lee, and while he was worth much more than $1 million, Howie believed Kodi would walk out with that prize. Julianne Hough declared that whenever Kodi performed, time stops, a sentiment that perfectly captured what everyone was feeling. And Simon Cowell, his voice barely above a whisper, called it one of the most beautiful things he had ever heard. He reminded everyone watching that they needed to vote, but after that performance, it was clear who the frontrunner was. Social media went into absolute meltdown. Twitter was flooded with comments declaring Kodi the obvious winner. People shared clips of the performance, which immediately started racking up millions of views. Instagram stories were filled with people recording themselves crying while watching Kodi sing. The hashtag supporting him dominated trending topics. Comments poured in from all corners of the world, with viewers expressing their awe, their emotional response, and their absolute certainty that Kodi Lee deserved to win America's Got Talent. One fan wrote that they had goosebumps the entire time. Another declared it was damn near perfection. Countless others simply said what everyone was thinking: if Kodi Lee doesn't win, something is seriously wrong. The following night, September 18, 2019, Kodi returned to the AGT stage one final time before the results were announced. He performed You Are the Reason again, this time alongside special guest Leona Lewis, the X Factor winner and three-time Grammy nominee. The duet was magical, two extraordinary voices blending together in perfect harmony as they sang Callum Scott's emotional ballad. The chemistry between them was undeniable, and the performance served as a beautiful reminder of just how far Kodi had come since that first audition just months earlier. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. Host Terry Crews stood center stage, ready to announce the winner of America's Got Talent Season 14. The tension in the Dolby Theater was unbearable as the final contestants stood on stage, their hearts pounding, their futures hanging in the balance. And then Terry spoke the words that sent the entire theater into absolute pandemonium. Kodi Lee. Kodi had done it. Against all odds, overcoming challenges that would have stopped most people before they even started, this 22-year-old blind and autistic singer from Lake Elsinore, California, had won America's Got Talent. He became the first autistic and developmentally disabled person to ever win the competition, and he did it with a grace, talent, and spirit that inspired millions of people around the world. Tina rushed to her son's side as golden confetti rained down once again, wrapping him in an embrace that spoke volumes about their incredible journey together. Kodi stood there, a champion, with $1 million in prize money and a headlining show at the Paris Theater in Las Vegas waiting for him. But more than that, he had proven something far more valuable, that with talent, determination, and the unwavering support of those who believe in you, absolutely anything is possible. So what has Kodi Lee been doing since that unforgettable night in September 2019? The answer is far more exciting and inspiring than you might imagine. Kodi didn't just fade away after his victory like some reality show winners do. Instead, he's been building a genuine music career and continuing to inspire people all over the world with his extraordinary talent and infectious positivity. He fulfilled his commitment to headline shows in Las Vegas, where audiences packed theaters to experience the magic of Kodi Lee live. He's performed at prestigious venues including Carnegie Hall, sharing stages with some of the biggest names in music. In 2020, he sang at Tony Robbins' 60th birthday celebration. In 2022, he performed at the NFL Draft, delivering a powerful rendition of the national anthem that filled an entire arena with his stunning vocals. But Kodi hasn't forgotten his roots or his connection to the AGT family. He's returned to the show multiple times, most notably competing in America's Got Talent All-Stars in 2023, where he made it all the way to the finals, finishing just outside the top 5, but earning massive respect for showcasing his growth as an artist. In 2024, he participated in America's Got Talent Fantasy League, mentored initially by Simon Cowell before being stolen by Howie Mandel's golden buzzer in the semifinals, which sent him directly to the finals once again. That same year, Kodi headlined the America's Got Talent Present Superstars live variety show at the Luxor Theater in Las Vegas, proving that his draw power hasn't diminished one bit. Perhaps most impressively, Kodi has evolved from being purely a cover artist into a legitimate songwriter and recording artist. In January 2023, he released Hello World, an original song created in collaboration with Colin Hay that received rave reviews. The track showcased a side of Kodi that many fans hadn't seen before: his ability to craft meaningful, powerful, original music. He followed that up with his original song Change, which he debuted on AGT Fantasy League. The song, which speaks out against cyberbullying and encourages people to move with kindness and love, was born from Kodi's own experiences dealing with negative comments and skepticism online. His mother, Tina, explained that after reading some of the hateful things people had written about her son, Kodi felt compelled to create music that could help others dealing with similar negativity and bullying. Today, Kodi continues to thrive both online and in the real world. His social media presence is vibrant and engaging, with his Instagram series Fan Pick Weekly allowing followers to request songs they want to hear him perform. In May 2025, he posted a stunning piano cover of Frank Sinatra's My Way, delivering the iconic 1969 classic with his signature emotional depth and technical brilliance. Fans flooded the comments section, with one writing that they had goosebumps the entire time, another declaring it absolutely gorgeous, and countless others simply marveling at his incredible talent. He's also released covers of contemporary hits like Teddy Swims' Lose Control, proving that his musical range knows no boundaries. Beyond the music, Kodi has maintained his performance schedule, regularly appearing at local events, restaurants, and wineries in California. He's continued to develop new skills as well, including tap dancing, which he showcases on both Instagram and TikTok alongside his supportive sibling. His mother, Tina, has spoken publicly about how proud she is to see Kodi reaching his dreams and working so hard to make a difference in the world. She's read thousands of comments from viewers, particularly parents of autistic children, thanking Kodi for being such an inspiration and showing them what's possible when you refuse to accept limitations. Simon Cowell himself has reflected on Kodi's audition multiple times, calling it magic, and one of those moments that will stay with him forever. In 2022, when Cowell ranked his favorite top 15 golden buzzer moments in AGT history, he placed Kodi at number 3, a testament to the lasting impact of that unforgettable performance. Kodi's story goes beyond personal success. He's become a symbol of hope and possibility for countless people around the world who face their own challenges and struggles. His journey from that scared little boy who could only scoot around on his back, to the toddler who first discovered his musical gift, to the confident young man who conquered one of the biggest stages in entertainment, represents everything that's beautiful about the human spirit. He's proven that disability doesn't mean inability, that autism doesn't prevent genius, and that when you combine raw talent with determination and the support of people who believe in you, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Kodi Lee didn't just win a talent competition. He changed hearts, opened minds, and inspired millions of people to believe in themselves and to never, ever give up on their dreams, no matter how impossible they might seem. His voice continues to move audiences to tears, his story continues to motivate people facing their own battles, and his presence continues to remind us all that the most extraordinary gifts often come in the most unexpected packages. As Gabrielle Union said on that magical night in 2019, the world would truly be lost if we had not found Kodi Lee. And as we look at everything he's accomplished since winning AGT, one thing becomes crystal clear. Kodi Lee's story is far from over, and we absolutely cannot wait to see what incredible heights this phenomenal artist will reach next.